Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be back virtually in the classroom, and I wish I could be there in person to celebrate your graduation. But I'm so honored to have been asked to make a video for you all and to congratulate you and to share some parting words as you venture off into the wide world. Um, First, the biggest congratulations to you all for graduating with your undergraduate degree in global business from Musashino University. What a great accomplishment. I couldn't be more proud of you all. Um, it's a very exciting thing, and you should all be very proud of yourselves, as I'm sure you are, and I'm sure your families are as well. Um, just to reintroduce myself, my name is Deanna Bradford. I come from California. I'm currently located near beautiful Lake Tahoe in California. Um, but I miss Japan every single day. I was there for a total of 6 years, but from 2021 to 2024, I was an assistant professor for the Global Business Department at Musashino University. So I hope you found your way to my classroom at some point during that time. And I wish I could have had some more time with you, of course, because I think of you all so much and think of my time in Japan so fondly. I miss you all every day. Um, my background is in higher education management and now in corporate taxation and accounting. And so here in beautiful Lake Tahoe, I have been doing very fun corporate tax projects. I consider it fun at least. Um, so yeah, I wanted to share some of my uh, guidance, I suppose, some thoughts that I've had, some things that I've done for myself that have benefited me that I thought might benefit you all. So the first would be to consider creating a 10-year plan or a 5-year plan or even a 1-year plan. You can do all three if you wanted to, but it's something that will help you to establish your goals beyond just graduating from university. What now, right? So, one thing that you can do is you can write this down as maybe a journal or a timeline. You could just do bullet points. You could even create video of yourself of what your 10-year plan is, or 5-year plan, or 1-year plan. Something that you document that you can keep referring to throughout your professional career. And it doesn't have to be set in stone. It doesn't have to be too formal or complete. You can be flexible with it. You can be open to making changes to it so that as you continue in your career, you can be open to exploring new paths and be open to that discovery. Okay. Something else that if you were in my class, you would have known this about me, that I'm a very big supporter of online platforms like LinkedIn, especially. These kinds of online platforms are amazing for discovering new opportunities as well as networking. And even LinkedIn has an education section now, so you can develop new skills through LinkedIn as well. But through LinkedIn, when looking up jobs, as I'm sure you all are doing at the moment, or looking at future jobs. If you have a job now, perhaps you're thinking beyond this year. What you can do is you can look up jobs that you hope to have in the future and see what those qualifications are for that dream job, and then work backwards. So let's say 10 years from now, you have your dream job. When you go on LinkedIn and you look up that dream job, they're going to have key responsibilities, qualifications, and skills that are required for that specific job. You can see what those skills and qualifications are. So, what do you need to know or what do you need to do to get that dream job eventually? And then you can start working backwards from there. You can do that with a job that you hope to have 5 years from now or even 1 year from now as well. The third point is that there is power in networking, again, with the use of LinkedIn and other online platforms. You can continue to make connections. I do the same thing myself. Okay, so this is all guidance that I do myself, and I've benefited from. I like to think that the more connections you make, the more positive connections you make, at least, the more potential you'll have for more opportunities. You can also do other things too, like attending conferences or events in your chosen field or in any other field, really, if you're looking to explore new options in business. The fourth thing is to behave for the job you hope to have. We always say that the phrase dress for the job you want, right? That's a very common phrase that we use in English. Just like dressing for the job you want, behave also, act for the job you want as well. So even in internships, part-time jobs, entry-level positions, work for all these jobs how you would work for your dream job. Okay. I see two main benefits. One being that it creates a foundation of a strong work ethic now, because you're going to be working a long time, right? You're going to be working for a long, long time in your life. And so it's good to build that strong work ethic now and make, because you'll be able to maintain it a little bit better, I think. And on top of that, it also sends a really strong message to those in higher positions. So your boss or your boss's boss or your boss's boss's boss, they're all going to see you working hard, and that will send a very strong positive message to them. And it might lead to more opportunities in the future for you within the company itself or in other companies. So I really want to stress creating a plan for yourself, creating that 10-year plan or 5-year plan, and then working backwards to develop the skills and goals and skills and qualifications that you need for that dream job. And keeping an open mind to networking with people. You never know where the next opportunity will arise. Okay. And the next thing, let me minimize this a bit so you can read it better. Here's an example. So I know a lot of you are interested in marketing. And so I created an example based on marketing, of course. So let's say you're interested in marketing, you want to stay in Japan, and you have some additional hopes of joining an international company with similar values to yours, or maybe you want to work for a brand that you happen to connect with on a deeper level. And let's say your long-term goal is to become the head of marketing for that major global corporation. Okay, so creating the timeline, it's 2025 now. Let's look 10 years from now, 2035, and then work backwards. So I happened to go on LinkedIn and I looked up head of marketing positions in Japan. I read the key responsibilities, the skills, the qualifications, and a lot of them, no surprise here, say 10 plus years of experience required to be the head of marketing for these international corporations. So there you go. 10 years from now, it's achievable. They also say many of these jobs say that an MBA is preferred but not required. So that's something you might want to consider. Okay, well, do I need to go to graduate school? Maybe not. Will it help my chances of getting my dream job? Yes, it will. So that's something that you'll need to work out yourself, but it's definitely an important thing to mention here. A lot of these jobs also require experience managing a large team or experience managing a large international team. So that's something that you want to consider. Okay, I need management experience, right? And head of marketing positions often also require experience within that specific area or industry of the company. So let's say, for example, as I've seen in Japan, there are quite a lot of marketing positions open for companies that are within the hotel industry. So head of marketing for a major hotel brand in Japan, they might require or they might prefer candidates who have other hotel marketing experience. So that's something that if you want to pursue that, that's something you can consider gaining your experience and skills earlier on. Okay. So working backwards from there, well, how do you get management experience? Become a marketing manager, perhaps. So I next went on to LinkedIn in Japan, jobs in Japan, marketing manager. Found quite a few options there as well. A lot of them require 5+ years of experience, okay? And I didn't really see too many that have MBA preferred but not required. Um, so that's a benefit. However, that's something that if you want to consider pursuing a graduate degree, you might want to consider getting it finished at this time so that you can focus on gaining the skills within managing a team, within marketing for that specific area or industry that you're pursuing, and things like that. Okay, so working backwards from there, okay, well, what kind of experience can you gain before becoming a marketing manager? Perhaps you can start looking up, as what I did. I looked up marketing assistants. And again, I found quite a few as well in Japan, luckily. And a marketing assistant often requires 1 to 3 years of experience, I saw. And so that's something that you can then be working towards that as well. If you wanted to pursue a graduate degree, maybe doing it within, 2026, 27, because then you can finish it by the time you're starting your position as a marketing manager. And at this time, you can either start working in the area of the industry that you're interested in, or you can be exploring your options at this point. Again, this is just a flexible timeline as an example, right? So then what before that? Well, now hopefully you have already established a role with the company, or maybe you're still pursuing a role. Maybe you're looking at marketing internships or entry-level marketing positions, in which maybe no or very little experience is required. And at this point, of course, the goal is to just learn as many skills as you can, right? When you look at head of marketing or marketing manager positions, you'll see under skills, there's going to be different types of computer software programs that you're required to use. And so this would be a good time to start gaining those experiences of using those computer software programs at that point, right? So this is just a little example. Um, Again, it's going to look different for every single person depending on what area of business you're entering into, what your interests are, where you'll be located, whether you want to travel or whether you want to stay in Japan, whether you want to return to your home country. There's so many different paths for all of you to take. And having an open mind is, I think, going to really help you. But then having these timelines here also helps you to establish goals and to follow through with some of those goals as well. Okay. And of course, shameless plug here. You can find me on LinkedIn, of course, because I'd love to follow your professional journeys and I would love to be able to help in any way that I can. It's very easy to message me on LinkedIn if you have any questions about your professional journeys or if you're interested in pursuing graduate degrees. I'm so happy to you know jump on a Zoom call with you and we can talk about it. Or if you want to send me your timelines, I can give you some input. Even though I'm no longer with Musashino University, I still have a passion for education and for helping my students. And so I would love to stay connected with you all. And who knows what the future will hold? Maybe you'll enter corporate tax and I'll have a position for you someday. Who knows? It's always good to keep the options open, though, I'd say. Yeah, so you can just find my name, Deanna Bradford. It's really easy to find me. I'm a senior tax analyst for BCO Tax at the moment, for the next few years at least. Yeah, and I hope that I will see you in the future. If you ever find yourself in California, please reach out to me so I can buy you a cup of coffee or your beverage of choice. And I hope someday to return to Japan because it's an absolute love of mine. I love Japan dearly. So I'd love to visit someday and connect with you all again. But last final words, congratulations. You accomplished something great. I couldn't be more proud of you. And I can't wait to see all of the amazing things that you will do. Thank you. Take care.